Hey everybody, I am so happy to be with you live today. I was so inspired to make a video because right now in this moment, and this is when I know I really need to make a video because I'm about to say something that, or I'm feeling something or thinking something that's really important that I need to share with you all. And I have been running errands all day long. I'm so exhausted. I've got a glass of water. I've got my book. I'm gonna sit and do nothing for a couple of hours just to like regroup. And I realized that so many women have messaged me that say they have problems receiving arrows. Okay, someone says they can't hear me. Sorry, I hope a thumbs up if you can hear me so we can let the other person get help. Anyway, so people can't receive arrows. They have a great problem receiving arrows, women. We feel guilty receiving arrows. We feel like we are cheating on our partner if we receive arrows. We feel too shy to receive arrows. So what am I talking about receiving arrows, and what does this have to do with getting a man to flirt with you, getting high quality men to flirt with you? So we have a couple of different things. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Everyone can hear me. It's just you. Okay, so with feminine energy, a big thing that I want you to understand is what you feel in your body is projected to the man, but men will go along with whatever you tell them otherwise. In other words, you can lie to a man about how you feel, and he will go along with it. And he'll be like, okay, that's cool. You're fine. Okay, that's good. And they'll just go along with it when in fact, what you feel, you're not telling him, because there's a belief system going on in your head that says, I can't be honest. I can't really tell someone how I feel. I have to do this other thing. I have to pretend this other thing. And that's where we get the, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay. I'm fine. No, you're not. And the guy knows it. And when he knows you're not fine, but you're saying you're fine, he can't trust you because he can sense you're lying to him. Men are so super sensitive. And we really don't talk about it enough, how sensitive men are. But they're very sensitive creatures. And they can tell when a woman isn't really opening up her heart to a man. So while we go through this quick video, and we're gonna talk about receiving arrows when a man flirts with you. He's sending you little arrows. It could be like just a glance. It could be a head nod. It could be he's opening a door for you. It could be he's just, how's your day? And hello there. It's a flirt. It's an arrow. Now, let's say a man is perfectly happily married. Why would he dare send a woman an arrow? Number one, it is his freedom to send any woman an arrow he wants to. It doesn't mean he's going to go to Motel 6 with her. It doesn't mean he's going to cheat on you. It means he wants to feel good. So when men send women an arrow, even if they kind of like half accept it, because we've all been there, we've all had that guy go, hey, how's it going? And we're like, oh, it's really good. And we're half accepting that arrow. The guy still feels good. He still gets this little boost of testosterone. And when men get that boost of testosterone, they feel good, okay? So do not be worried if your husband or your boyfriend wants to open doors for women. I am always telling Jeff, I'm like, get that door for that lady. And he'll do it, and she'll kind of look at me and look at him because she's in the mindset of your husband's not supposed to be doing anything nice for any other woman but you. And that is not true. All right. Now, I'll get some of you with some really reactive comments to that who have said, I've tried this and I got cheated on. You're with a toxic man. That's not the problem. The problem is he's got something going on, not not that anybody's supposed to be in a cage or on a leash to be in a relationship. So men like to send arrows because they feel good, even if they get like tiny little bit of feminine energy back. So I was the queen of, when a guy would send me an arrow and he's not my type, I'd be like, you are crazy. You are tripping if you think I'm even going to begin to pay you attention. Right? And I always felt icky when these guys would, try to holler at me. I will never forget one day, I was at K&W cafeteria, which is already not like the best place in the world to eat, but everybody from work wanted to go there. This is years ago. And this guy that was working the line was trying to holler at me and, trying to flirt with me. And I'm just like, is this what my life has become, that a worker at K&W cafeteria is going to flirt with me? Like, is this how bad it is for me right now? And the truth is no. But that is where my energy was. That's where my energy was right there. I wasn't getting high quality men, flirting with me and talking to me. I was getting men whose energy were down in the dumps with mine. All right? So we're going to talk about flirting and accepting arrows and getting this from high quality men and how this works with feminine energy. Okay? So I'm totally exhausted today. I've been running errands all day. And everywhere I went, I have had so many men throwing themselves at me. It's been like crazy. And somebody just said, how superficial? No, it is not superficial. It's what you want. It's either what you want or what you don't want. That is your right. Don't let someone else judge you or label you for what type of man you do or do not want. Okay? All day long, I've been letting men open doors for me, help me, talk to me, send me arrows, assist me, explain things to me, and it's been wonderful. I haven't had to do anything. It's been awesome. I've been getting sent so many arrows, and I've had so much small chat, but meaningful small chat because I've allowed it to be meaningful. So when you accept arrows from men, you too get a boost. You get a feminine energy boost, all right? So the more and more you move up the tiers, and this is what I call moving up the tiers. Every man that comes in front of you, even if he's the gentleman that's just making your coffee at Starbucks, he's an opportunity for you to practice receiving arrows. Okay? So he might just talk to you because it's his job. Or he may talk to you and kind of look a little deeper into your eyes when he talks to you. It really kind of doesn't matter. It's that you can receive. And when we have a wall around us, I'm only going to receive from the type of man I want to receive from. And I'm going to exclude all others. Finally, when that man comes along, and Mr. GQ or whoever he is, he walks in the door and you're like, oh, that's the guy. Hi there. Yeah, it's a really great day. And it's, and you're all, you're manic and you're all over the place and your energy is like, boom, coming at him. And he feels it and he goes, whoa, that lady looked nice, but her energy creeped me out. So hopefully you see what I'm saying. You got to start where you're at because that's where your energy's at. So let's say, I always say it starts with like the homeless guy outside your building, first thing in the morning. He's going to say to you, hey, good morning, beautiful. And you're going to want to ignore him. And I want you to just be like, oh, thank you. Accept it. That's your first arrow of the day. Keep moving. Keep accepting. And just see what type of man is sending you arrows by the end of the day. This is a great experiment. Because a lot of women, again, we're shy about receiving arrows. We don't think we should receive arrows. What if a guy goes, hey, you've just been nice to me. That must mean you want to sleep with me. No. Know your boundaries and speak them when you need to. So a lot of women wear their boundaries on the outside of their bodies instead of having them on the inside and knowing them inside your body. So I want you to be soft and receiving and feminine energy on the outside of your body. And on the inside of your body, you absolutely know your boundaries. You have no problem speaking them. In fact, just today with a client of mine, we were talking about how I say, know your boundaries. I'm going to change it to rehearse your boundaries. Rehearse them. If a man goes up to you, hey baby, can I get your phone number? That's so sweet. I'm so flattered, but no. Why not? Why can't I have your phone number? Oh, I said no. That's why. And you walk away. It's a boundary. You've still been soft, you've still been warm. And of course, if anybody is cuckoo crazy, always get yourself out of a situation. Don't stick around and keep practicing feminine energy tools on a man. Okay? Now, the other thing I want to talk about is that some men feel guilty or weird sending women arrows. Now, I get a lot of arrows from all types of men. I am always just so flattered when guys who appear to be gay to me, they are maybe with a partner and they have a vibe or an energy, I'm picking up on it, that they're more feminine energy men. Even in homosexual couples, one person is more feminine energy than another. In most couple situations, there's a masculine and feminine energy. So whenever a guy does something for me and he's more feminine energy man, I am always just so flattered by it and so wanting to receive that energy. It's a really wonderful feeling. And they can see that feminine energy in me and they can feel it and they want some and they want to absorb it and it feels good to them. All right. And then you have some men who are like, if I look at another woman, if I talk to another woman, it must mean I'm going to cheat on my wife. I can't do that. So I was in the park walking my dogs. A guy ran past me. I'm like, here comes another arrow. And he's running past me. He's like, head right to the ground. And I thought, that poor guy. He feels like he can't look at me and just go, well, there's a pretty lady and hello. Anything going on around here? Anybody I need to protect you from? Anything happening? You know, that's their energy. And you receive it. But I think some men, and also we're in a situation currently where men can't even give women a compliment because it might be directed the wrong way or it might be accepted the wrong way. I love for men to help me load things in my car, open doors for me, because I feel good when they do it. And they feel good. Boom, you move up a tier. And the more tiers you move up, the more comfortable you get in this wonderful thing that you have is feminine energy, the more quality men you attract. But you got to start with where you're at. Whoops. Got to start with where you're at, okay? Start with the guy at K&W who's trying to holler at you. Don't feel bad about yourself. Accept his arrow. Be warm. Oh, you're very sweet. Thank you for the extra yams. And then keep practicing on other men that come your way. All right, I'm going to take a couple questions. I think Brittany is in here. My face is not fresh scrubbed. It's been out all day, but thank you. If someone needs help with an order, I have an ebook, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man. I have lots of programs and classes. Just contact help@everheartcoaching.com. And P.S., you ladies are so smart on my channel. I cannot believe the comments I get in the comment section. It just always blows my mind because just so many incredibly intelligent women are part of my channel and commenting and being part of this. We really are growing a wonderful group for a lot of women out there. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you click the little subscribe button, because I do things like this. I go live. You can get a little message on your phone, and you can come hop on and ask me a question, and lots of other things. So let's go to chat here. Let's see if I have a question. I'm looking. Let me put on my glasses. That might help, right? So some people were just discussing arrows, like it's a form of energy. And it's positive. You can kind of read a guy's mind for a split second sometimes when he sends you an arrow. At least I can. And it used to scare me, because the first thing that most men do is yes or no, which is, would I sleep with her? Would I not sleep with her? And that's all men. I think it's just something in them. It's hardwired. It doesn't mean they want to sleep with you, or they will ask to sleep with you, or they're planning on cheating. It's just this decision thing going on in a man's head. And in most cases, it'll be, I'll sleep with you. And so translate that into, I'm a attractive woman that a man sees me as, potential reproductive partner. It's animal. It's very animal, but it still has power. It still activates chemicals in our bodies. It still does good things for us. Okay. Leah says, my ex, who ended things with me on the 13th, has reached out to me by text on his own accord this past week. Should I move on? Not sure if I'm in the friend zone or what. So I have a program called the ABCs to get him back. That stands for absolute best chances. I give you the absolute best chances to get your partner back. One of the things I teach you in that program is that there is no instant relationship when you're getting back together. You have to start somewhere, and it'll kind of look like friendship, but it's probably really a lot more like a date, or checking in on you and testing the temperature, testing the water. And that's what this man's doing. He's texting you. He's kind of saying, well, where are we at? You gonna be mean to me, or you're gonna be nice to me? And I always encourage, if you want the man back, be warm, be receptive. Meet him for a coffee. That's a date. Meet him for a sandwich. That's a date. And have a couple of those with him, and then say, where do you see us going? This has felt amazing the past few days. Where do you see us going? And if he's like, I'm not sure, but I like seeing you too, but I don't want to jump back into anything. We had a lot of problems. Okay, all right, well, that's fine with me. So now you're quantum dating. You're dating this guy. You're seeing him once a week. And hopefully you're dating a lot to other men until someone wants to put out an offer and claim you. Okay. Oh, Michelle says, I usually practice receiving arrows by smiling. Any more tips on how I could practice receiving arrows whilst out and about? I think that's a good one. Smiling. I have a video out there that I recently, I think within the past month or two, where I teach you to smile, do the head tilt, do the nod with your chin, this head bob thing. The head tilt's a big one. Also just, have your energy open. If you're up in your head and you're just really focusing on actions, or you're thinking, try to just drop down your body. Even if you're getting out of your car and you're gonna go grocery shop, like, what am I feeling in my body right now? Put down your phone. What am I feeling in my body? Stay in your body. All right. Namaste. If you are somewhere in a location where you feel there's no one to date you, that could be true. It might mostly be true. But what you think is way more causing problems than reality. Look, I found my husband, moved here from Iowa, in North Carolina. How did that happen? It's the same thing. There are men moving to your town right now that are ready to date you. You got to get your energy right and get your head out of what's wrong and focus on what it is you do want to feel. Ladies, before you open your dating app, before you read a man's profile, what are you thinking? What are you thinking in that moment? Pay attention to your thoughts and switch them around. Try to get to something more positive and just be open. What if there was no wrong and everything happening in your life was right, and even when something was wrong, it was just a temporary detour? That's what it's like to be guided by faith. And you can live your life that way all the time. Comfortable, secure, guided by faith, guided by what you know is right and true in your heart. You just have to stop and drop into your body and find out what you're feeling. I hope that helps. Joanne says, if the hot and cold guy reaches back out after a month, should you go on a date if they asked? Yeah, totally. I would go on one more date with him and be like, wow, this is a great date. I had a wonderful time and this really felt wonderful. And then if he reaches out 3 months later or 3 weeks later, say, oh, it would feel wonderful to go out with you. I had so much fun the last time, but I'm looking for a regular dating relationship. And I only hear from you every month or so. That's not what I want to do. I think we're just not on the same page. What do you think? And then give him a chance to talk about it. You can learn more about that in FEMM, Tools for Dating. That's FEMM. That stands for Feminine Energy Mindset Method. Someone asked about dropping down in your body. Wow, that's a really complicated thing, because it sounds complicated because it just takes practice. But I have several programs out there, from FEMM Tools to ABCs to Get Him Back to New Man Manifesto, even my eBook, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man. I have so many resources out there, ladies, for self-study at home, that you got to just kind of keep going over this stuff over and over again. Because most of us stopped being in our bodies when we were probably anywhere from ages 3 to 8. And we got up in our masculine mind. What are some signs that a man wants you to be his girlfriend? Well, personally, I'm not too keen on being a girlfriend, because you can get locked down. Do you know how many times a week I get emails and people tell me, we've been dating, we've been in a relationship, I've been his girlfriend for 10 years. So girlfriend is a very temporary situation. I mean, unless you're like 19. If you want to be a wife, it's important that girlfriend is committed relationship, and it's a temporary thing to make sure that relationship's moving into marriage or some sort of civil ceremony, if that is what you want. And again, ABCs to Get Him is a great program for that. So is FEMM. All right, someone asked me about their long distance relationship. Here's what I feel about long distance relationships. Don't do it. It's the biggest way to cheat yourself out of your years of your life on just time wasting. Okay? You got to go live near each other. I just had a client not too long ago get married, and when I first told her that she was going to have to move from her country to go live near with this man, she said, Adrienne, everyone's going to think I'm crazy. And I'm like, well, you got to do it. You got to live near each other and date. So anyway, he said he's not available so soon, so I stopped contacting him. He was the most amazing man I've ever met. You're going to meet other amazing men. If a man is so amazing, he will want to move mountains to be with you. He'll be willing to change his zip code to be with you. It's likely you've just been triggered by the distance and the crumbs, and it's feeling so amazing because you're love-starved. And when you're love-starved and you finally get love, it feels so good. But really, it's going to feel so much better when you have a guy who's local, coming by your house, taking you out on dates, fixing things in your house, helping you, spending the weekend with you. That's going to feel really good. Okay. So Pam said, I care about a man that treats me like a goddess, but my feelings aren't all there yet, and he's moving faster than I can. What can I do to open myself up more to a relationship? So keep quantum dating. I talk about having 5 men that you're quantum dating. This guy sounds like he's the number 3 guy. So number 1 guy is the guy that you're totally into, but he just doesn't come around as much. Guy number 2 is a close second. But like there's some kind of hang up with him. And then guy number 3 is like always there, wants to be there, wants to totally date you, ready to commit, and you're still kind of hung up on other guys or just not that sure about him. And that's why you want to have 5. The other 2 guys are just like coffee dates. They're just other men you're quantum dating with. They come in, they come out. They come in, they come out, you know. And it just sounds like it's just maybe keep quantum dating. Because, you know, with my husband, he really just kept coming around and coming around. Jeff kept just coming over and making plans with me. He'd call me up to make a date with me, and he would also make another date with me on that phone. He'd show up at my house, you know, with Thai food. He'd take me and my puppies to the park, and he just kept spending time with me. And then I just realized one day, like, I can't live without this person. And I never thought it would be him. I never thought it would be him. Someone had said just now, I saw that, it said, you've mentioned not to cook or clean. Well, that's not true. You can cook and clean. You don't want to do things to make someone love you. You don't want to cook for them so they will love you. You don't want to clean for them so they will think you're amazing and love you. If you want to clean, you clean because you want to clean. If you want to cook, you cook because you want to cook. You come first. You're the goddess on the pedestal. All right, everybody. I'm going to enjoy my glass of water and read my book. I hope this video on accepting arrows and getting quality men to flirt with you is helpful. Ladies, please, if you have not subscribed to me, please do it. Please subscribe. Become one of my regulars on my channel. I love hearing from you in the comments section. I try to answer every single one of them. It takes a lot of time. But again, I feel like we're just building such a great community of amazing women who are learning about feminine energy. And this is all I ever wanted to do. Once I figured out how feminine energy worked in my life and I began to have such positive change, that's it. I stopped my corporate job. This is what I do. And I'm very devoted to it. And my first class, I tell everyone, my first class was a class with just 10 ladies in that class. And I thought, this is it. I can change 10 women's lives. And of course, it's gotten much bigger than that. So I love being here with you all. And check out my book, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man. It's a digital download, and it will help you get in touch with your feminine energy, because this is a process. It is a process. It is hard. It doesn't feel easy. You think you're doing it right, and you find out you're doing it wrong. And it just takes time. But you'll begin to see the changes with men instantly when you're in your feminine energy. Instantly. Get out of your car with your heart unzipped and relax between your hips and wiggle your little bottom and take some deep breaths and relax and see how men treat you. Go for a little walk and see how men treat you. They can feel that energy. Men are very, very sensitive to our energy. All right? Please give me a thumbs up and like this video if I was helpful. And if I didn't get to your question, just write it in the comment section. I'll be happy to talk to you all again soon. Okay, everybody. Mwah. Much love to you. I'm going to flip my camera around so you can see my little video partner. JT, say hi. Hi there. He's been watching the whole time. All right, everybody. Mwah. Much love. Bye-bye.